Hello everybody, and welcome back to Raven's Third Eye Tarot. I am your clairvoyant medium, Raven, here to give you guidance and clarity along your journey. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So we're about to find out what your person's wondering thoughts are about you. This is their thoughts in the middle of the day when their mind starts to wander and you come in to play. Where does their mind wander? Where do their thoughts go? Let's find out. You're about to know. And welcome to the pick a card portion of your reading. So today I'm going to be shuffling these oracle cards, and they are beautiful, amazing. Love these cards. Let's go. So I'm actually going to do a shuffle portion again. I know many people might skip this, but I kind of enjoy it, not gonna lie. Turn me into group one's person. What? They turning into something. Tune me into group one's person, please. Okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna keep this one. Unexpected outcomes. Things didn't go the way I planned. Group number one. I just heard oracle. Somebody must be clairvoyant here. Tune me into group two's person, please. Reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Group 2. Once I'm done, I am going to adjust this so you can see the cards, but tune me into group 3's person, please. Tune me into group 3. Who is group 3's person? What do they have to say? What do we need to know? Mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. Group 3. I hope that you can see these cards clearly. When choosing your cards, please use your intuition. Whichever group calls to you the most, that is the group that is meant for you. That is the group that has the messages that will resonate the most. Once you have picked your group, you can click the description box below to click the timestamp of your group, and that will fast track you right to your reading. I hope you enjoy that, to get you in the moment, present here now, because I've been enjoying my sound clearing. If you chose the unexpected outcome, you are group 1 and this is your reading. Today we are here to find out what your person's wondering thoughts are about you. But before we start the reading, I do want you to be sure to have a specific person in mind, whether that be their name, their energy, how they make you feel, even whatever you can gather and hold within your space, because this helps me give you the most clear and honest messages. We are going to start your reading with these new oracle cards I have, the Message of Love Oracle deck. They're wonderful. Oh, they're wonderful, and they feel amazing. Not freaking sponsored, just yes. Unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned. Right off the top, I just want to say somebody is surprised by either, I don't want to say like attitude, but like your energy, maybe your response. It's coming across though as your confidence. Okay, they're taken back a bit by your confidence, by your sincerity for some of you. How you're not a BSer, like you don't play games, you mean business. And maybe they were, for some, kind of expecting to play some games or be a little light, and they see now with you, well shit, I gotta take it a little more seriously. I can't just play games, I gotta come correct. But I don't see that they're put off by this. It almost intrigues them more in a way. I see too, for some of you, that actually made them want to focus on you more. Seeing the person in this card cover her eye, it's like they're blocking out distractions. Like, holy crap, you took me by surprise. I was not expecting that of you. Maybe I wasn't expecting you to be, this person. And now whatever was said or done, they're like, whoa. Let me put those shades on, and zoom into you. My focus is on you now. You got my attention. You intrigue me. I want to know more. I see as well, she has a cross on. They may be a really religious person. They may be scared of religion to some degree, whether that be just God-fearing or they have an issue with religion. Like maybe they don't like to take on a specific religion is what I'm getting. They may be spiritual, or they may have their own type of religion or their own certain set of beliefs. Now we're going to dip into tarot. Look at that. I just shuffled a little bit before I reached this up, so positive outcome, spoiler. But we are going to dive into tarot a little bit to see the nature of your relationship. Then we are going to see what their wondering thoughts are about you. I just heard jeopardize. Somebody feels like they jeopardize what the heck? Sorry, I'm channeling. When I channel, I will stutter, mumble, or jumble up my words. So if that happens, please just bear with me. That's what's happening. But the messages are coming through. Jeopardize, that's what I was saying. So somebody in this connection, whether it be you or them, may feel that they had done something to jeopardize the connection. Group one's person, yeah. I ain't even gonna lie, this person probably has a lot of anxiety. I am wired. I feel like I just had some coffee. You hear me talking real fast. Like, calm down. Please. Ground yourself. And if that's not them and this resonates with you, please ground yourself. But you know, connecting yourself and to nature, that really helps grounding. I get the sense that they work a lot. They may be a workaholic, or work actually gives them meaning of purpose in life. They really have high expectations, either in their work ethic or their potential within their job. Like they really want to climb a ladder here. They don't just want to stay put. They're working for a reason. They're working for a purpose. But work is really their focus as well. And I see that they're healing something here with the Three of Swords in reverse. I just heard healing from connections. They may be healing connections actively and also healing from another connection. They still feel ungrounded, unstable. They may even want to move or switch careers, or they may have to. They may even want to go work on their own to become like an entrepreneur. They're a thinker. They're really strategic. They have an entrepreneurial spirit though. And I feel like they don't play games. When it comes to their work life, I'm telling you, like if you feel second to their job, if they pay a lot of attention to their work or their job, and maybe that takes away focus from you as well, I want to say, please don't take it personally. This is only personal to them. Like I said, this is something that gives them a lot of purpose in life. This is really a heavy focus and something that they want to achieve. For some, it's because they want to raise the class that they're in. It's like, I know I'm made for more. Nobody's going to tell me any different. I am made for more, and I will move in the way that I know that I deserve and in the way that I know I belong. Like, I don't belong where I am right now. So I am going to match my intentions with the effort. My intentions with work especially, and their responsibilities, I want to say too. Their responsibilities at home as well. They're really going to focus on that. They're going to be focused on matching these energies, making sure that that's their foundation, that's their stable foundation. Busy hands, and I just heard like how idle hands or the devil's workshop or something like that. They like to keep busy. They may get in trouble if they're not busy. Some of them may be a little mischievous then. Not necessarily like in a bad way, but maybe a naughty way. Maybe a way where it's like they know that their energy is probably best suited put elsewhere, you know, in their goals and the things that they really actually want for themselves. I feel like there's somebody too, they could like be a Leo, or I also see Virgo here, but there's somebody who needs your focus. Somebody who is like, I need to know your intention. I need to know that I actually have your full focus. Like, they're not going to take you too seriously if they know that you're kind of flirting with other people. If they think or see that you're seeing other people, they're not going to take you too seriously. They need your focus. They need your attention. A part of that is just because, you know, they take their meaningful things very seriously. Like, if it has meaning, they're not going to play around. And they want to know then too that you're not going to play around. If something has meaning to me, I would hope that it has meaning to you, is how they feel. I just heard unsettled in regards to their past relationships. Again, like they may be healing through a past connection, past relationship. There's trauma ties here where they may actually put a little too much into people, or they have given in the past, given so much to somebody, and now they're really guarded with their deeper emotions. I feel like they're an emotional being. You'll probably see that. They really like affection. They like cuddling, I feel. They like intimacy. But some of their actions may be in response to traumas that they had from the past. Even some, like, with men, that keeps coming up. Traumas with other men or masculine energies. These masculine energies as well, I want to say. The masculines in their life, they may have felt abandoned by them. They may not have felt completely seen by them. Emotionally, they weren't emotionally supported. I just heard for some, they weren't financially supported either. And this has left a sensitive, sore spot. They could be triggered easily when it comes to these things. And you would probably find this out as well by talking to them. They may be quick-witted, or they could mask their pain with humor. You have the King of Cups in reverse, and you see here there's all these little friends and all this stuff to talk about, but they're messing with their singing bowl here. They only are going to tell you what they want you to know. I'm sorry if this is blurry, but they're only going to tell you what they want you to know until they would feel safer then to dig a little deeper. Sometimes they actually need to physically connect. I see for some, they need to physically connect with you before they feel safe enough to open up more. In regards to their work and their responsibilities, it's a definite stagnant energy that I'm getting. Unsatisfied energy. They're not happy. They may really have to bust their butt, especially right now. Oh my gosh. Like, I just got shooting pain from the back of my neck up into my freaking head. They may have to lift, like do heavy lifting, or they feel that they're doing all their leg work. They're doing all the lifting. They're carrying the weight of many, and they're just not satisfied. It's like, I can really be doing all this work, putting in all this effort, but what is it giving me? What am I actually getting in return? I get the sense that they feel, or they are on the way to feeling this, that they are being depleted. They may come across as well in their workspace as a little stoic, or really keep it professional, especially right now. Or they may have bursts of like friendliness and optimism and really connecting, but I feel like they have a really small window for that. They may get drained very easily, and then it's like, you kind of have to get what you get, because, you know, whatever is left, I need it. Like, I need that energy. I'm getting a sense of daydreaming as well with this Hierophant, because with the Five of Cups, there's a little bit of like letdown and a sense of upset and mourning and reflecting though. The reflecting back to things. Like, my purpose isn't where I am right now. Or I'm not necessarily fulfilling my purpose. This is what I want for myself. How do I get there? But they're really stuck on either the past or whatever just is not working. I got this message for somebody. They see that they're actually supposed to leave wherever they are because their purpose lies beyond. And so them being stuck in this space here, I never even noticed it, but back here there's a road. But they're not traveling anywhere. They're just sitting there, kind of sulking, kind of maybe hoping things would change. Still kind of putting energy actually, and I just heard it's misplaced. They're misplacing their energy. They need to move on. They need to move on to find their satisfaction. But it's like, what am I going to gain and what am I going to lose? How much am I going to lose? How much more am I going to lose? Ooh, that came strongly. How much more am I going to lose then if I move on? And for some, I heard this is also with a connection. They may be with somebody right now, or like separated, but maybe debating going back. Their heart may be still attached. They may still have an energetic attachment, emotional attachment. And it's like, well, if I really accept this, then how much am I going to lose? If I move on, what is there to gain? And is that sustainable? Can I take anyone with me? Am I gonna just see people in passing and then I have to leave them? Again, I get the sense of abandonment. They have trauma with abandonment. So it's really keeping them tethered to things in their workspace and past connections. They really want the best. And if they are in contact with you, they want the best for you as well. This isn't to say that they are leaving communication. Like I said with your oracle card, that there was this miscommunication or something was done or said. For some, it kind of put them in their place as well. But for others, it just kind of left a gap of, I just heard misunderstanding. It left a gap where they don't know if they're coming or going. They don't know if it's going to be stable here. But they wish you all the love. And they do want to share in this light and love with you. And if you are a compassionate person, they really enjoy your compassion and the way that you make them feel in general for everybody. They really enjoy how you make them feel. And I got the message too that sometimes they get caught up on how people make them feel and not necessarily them. So they could be romanticizing connections as well. And that in turn can be very damaging. If that's something that they do, and I just heard frequently, they have definitely romanticized connections in the past, and it didn't come out well. But for some, they just have a tendency to do this, or a tendency to really throw themselves fully at people, or emotionally, really, once they like you, I just heard some will latch. Energetically, they may then have like an energetic tie to you. For some, they really want to, I just heard pamper you, baby you. They really want to make sure that you are feeling a full capacity, their full capacity. But I see that they don't necessarily have that. This is something that they want to do or they want to give to somebody. Now we are going to see what their wandering mind thinks about when it thinks about you. Do I want this reversed? Oh, no. I feel like it's reversed. Is it? I'm getting a headache. What is this? The Eight of Swords. No wonder I'm getting a headache. They are really indecisive. They are an overthinker for sure. They may compare status or your finances. They aren't so emotionally available or so emotionally expressive. And I just heard like they will not expose themselves in that way. They like to be sure before they do. They like to have more information. They feel like they need a little more information from you before they can actually be that openly expressive. They rather be more physical. They're more comfortable if it's physical. It's almost like they want to impress you as well. When they have a wandering mind, they may go through scenarios. And it's not in a cocky way, it's in a confident way. They want to appear confident to you. They want you to see them. Like they would think about you seeing them. Okay, you may be submissive. Or they may want you to be submissive. And almost like crawl up to them. For some, take that very literally. Small portion of you, but for others it's almost as if you would be swooning over them and what they have and kind of like excited while they stay in their power, while they are humble about it, but they're impressing you at the same time. It's like, ain't no thing, I got you. Maybe they want to actually pay for things for you. They want to buy you stuff, but they really let their fears get in their way. If they think about you, daydream about you, they end up having more questions than answers. I just heard for some of you, they get lost in the thought of you. That could be why this keeps flipping, the Eight of Swords here. Because this speaks on their fears, their insecurities. I just heard, how am I going to tell them? That may resonate for somebody. How am I going to tell them? If they come towards you, they wonder, for some, this channel message, they wonder how they're going to tell others about this decision. They worry that they'll have to keep you a secret. That's something they don't want to do because they want to come different. They want to come correct. They don't want burdened by what other people say. They may care a lot about what other people say. And for others, they really let their fears lead them. Oh, I'm telling you what. Oh, they just carry those chains with them. And this causes so much conflict and they're still doing it. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to yourself? Because at the end of the day, they do it to themselves. Look at this. And like, I just feel nothing but a force. They may be a little forceful. They may come off as somebody who wants to have it their way, and they keep themselves trapped by this. They may not budge. They may be really combative with people or quick to like stand their ground. They put up with stuff in the past. Maybe they were walked all over. There's chains from the past that they had released, that they had broken forcefully. This took a lot. This took a lot. And this as well could be some of their traumas. This took so much. But now at times they can be a little too forceful then about it, because it's like, I went there and I'm not coming back, and you're not going to treat me that way, and I'm not going to deal with this anymore. And whew, they may leave stuff, I'm cussed. They may leave stuff quick. Like I said, they may come in like hot and heavy. If something goes against them, or they just react way too fast. They can react way too fast without having all the information. It leaves a lot of regrets then. It leaves them in a tough freaking spot, unsatisfied. Another message as well for somebody I'm getting is that they do have this energy about them where they could like be quick to react and stuff. But it's not necessarily impulsive. It's coming from a place of like empowerment. And like, my energy needs to go elsewhere, so I'm not going to deal with any BS. So if you actually do them freaking dirty, they know their worth, so don't play. This could be you. Like, I know my worth, don't play with me. Like, I'm not going to put up with it. And if this isn't you, then it is them. For some, they may have left home a lot. They never stay in one place too long. They're always moving, always having to find somewhere. I see too, some may actually argue with people that they're living with, and then they get kicked out. Then they're on the road again. And this is because of their own freaking actions. Sorry, I'm getting so emotional. I'm not meaning to come across as ignorant or anything. I feel the frustration for the people even. And even their frustration. Like, they deserve love too. You know, they have to learn. For some, they have a lot of growing to do. They have to grow emotionally. They have to heal some things. They may actually avoid as well. For some, they may really avoid their emotions. And so they're not even able to grow and learn in the way that they need. So they're just repeating cycles, repeating habits, I heard as well. All of this energy could have also been because of your disagreement, your misunderstanding that you had with this person. And that is why, like, their behavior, they may have just snap reacted. I just want to say on your ace and on your love. Like, you came with some genuine love, and they may have snap reacted, and your response are like, oh, that caught them up. Maybe you responded differently than they're used to. Maybe you kept responding with love. Like I said, standing your ground, but it's not in an ignorant way. And maybe they were actually expecting something different. Maybe they were expecting you to be ignorant to them. They were expecting the same thing. But I get the sense it's like, this is something for them to reflect on. This is something, like, I just got chills. Something for them to turn to now within themselves. Like, they're turning around, I get the sense. You may have helped them see something differently or made them see something differently. I just heard they regret it. They regret it. They worry about your judgment. They don't want you to judge them for their traumas or their lack of, or the things that they're used to. I just heard, I don't know how long it's gonna last. They learn to move a certain type of way because of their past, because of the things that they have been through. And for some, they may just like be stuck in their ways. For others, this is something that had to be learned. And I just heard for their own safety, for their own security. I just want to say too, you are extremely attractive to this person. Oh, I'm just like so attracted. You even surround yourself, I see, with like pretty things. Or they could surround themselves with a lot of pretty things. They may like glitz and glam. It's in a subtle way though, I feel. It's very noticeable, but it's subtle. Like, it's so smooth though. So if this is you and how they see you, they see that you are I just heard gentle. That you're gentle. I just heard you're of the earth. You're like kissed by Mother Nature. You may like diamonds or shiny things. It's like you don't have a problem living off your fortune. You enjoy it. And they see this of you. And if this isn't you, they really hold wealth and status a little too high. They feel like they're lacking because of that. That can lead to a lot of insecurity. Or right now they are actually going through financial insecurities. They wonder, am I going to give you what you need? You already have everything. I don't know what value I can bring to you. I question my own value in general. My worth might not add up to yours, regardless of what you believe. And when I run away, it's only for my best security. It's only for my better intentions. And when I run away, when I turn away, when I let you go, when I said enough is enough, these are different messages, so please take what resonates for you. For some, it's because they are running before they can be hurt. For others, it is just to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Just to make sure that they are protecting themselves where they feel they need to. That they are guarding their heart. And I just heard what little is left. And they may do this like I said, real fast. That keeps coming through like they're running. Or then they may distract themselves then with work as well. And I just heard mental stability or their financial stability really plays a role in their value, their personal value, what they can bring to not only like themselves in their own world, but also to you and to others. And if they don't feel secure financially or mentally, they don't feel they can really bring that much value. They may then keep to themselves. For some, they may get bitter. It may cause them to feel bitter about some things and maybe latch on then materially. For others, they could actually rub it then in your face, like rub their wealth in your face. Or for some, this is to say that they may feel others or you rub your wealth or your security in their face. Take that if it resonates. If not, please just leave it. I just heard they want to act, but they don't know how to. I want to act, but I don't know how to. I want to see you. I want to see you, and it will be more clear when we do. Because I don't feel you understand me. I don't feel understood. But there are things I want to show you, and I just heard things I want to do to you. So if this is a romantic partner for you, that message is for you. I need clarity. I need peace in my life, and I need clarity. I just heard stumbling. They're not on steady ground. Or this connection that just speaks on the connection not being in steady ground. Okay, so these are some channel messages that are coming through from your person. When I think of you, I do feel uneasy, but yet so excited. I get so excited. I just heard I get so excited to see you. You may have the upper hand. Sometimes that frightens me. I want to be on your level. I want to know that I could be up there with you. They probably put you on a pedestal for some. They're hung up on your status. Or status is very important to them. The status doesn't match up. I just heard when it's raining, I think of you. They may really like the rain. I'm getting the vision of somebody just like gazing. Oh, they're so romantic. Like a little bit extra, I'm not gonna lie. I just got an image too of like it raining and they're just peering out their window, looking at the moon or the night sky and the breeze. They're really taking in sensory with their senses. They may overload. But this is something that really, it's intimate for them. It's an intimate moment when they think of you. That could be taken another way, especially with this Ace of Wands here. If this is somebody who is a romantic interest, a love interest, I just heard they really masturbate to you. They really enjoy the thought of you physically. They love the sensations. I just felt like tingles up my back, like, ah. Like, you know when somebody does that and you're like, eh. Like, sorry, that's how they act with you. And the feelings that they get. Like, woof, it's just a wave. Like, holy crap. They really enjoy that. So they probably do it often. Oh my gosh. Like, it's a different sense with you. Like, you're different. You're different. And I just heard you're very different to them as well. But they don't see that as a blockage. with this Ace of Wands here. Your differences are not your blockages. Please be patient with me. Please forgive me. They want forgiven. They want patience. They need patience for some. That's just something that they're gonna need before they can actually act and move towards you as well. But with the Lovers reverse, I'm getting the sense of them not being able to come to you until they release the baggage. Until they release something else. Whether that be somebody else, or they're really tying up loose ends right now. I really get the sense somebody did leave a former partner. And they're really cleaning up their mess right now. Like, oh, it's just a mess. You do not want to be a part of their life right now. If you were not part of their life right now, it's for a reason, okay? So just know that there's a lot of like baggage and cleanup that needs to be had. There's still some things that they need to take care of, and that in itself is kind of blocking energetically, because I do see motion forward with this Eight of Swords. There's initiative, there's a want, there's a desire to move forward with you, but there's things that need cleaned up. Whether that's that blockage here with the misunderstanding, that needs cleaned up before you can move forward. Yeah, I just heard fear of the past too with this card. Take this if it resonates. So for some of you, you may have been taken back by this person's response, and it's like, you're really about to treat me like that? Like, what did I do to you? I did get the fleeting sense that this is something you have experienced then before, and that's something, it's like, first of all, it's uncalled for. It was just uncalled for, and I'm sure nobody needs that. And so you may just kind of take a more passive stance right now. You are probably just focusing on what you need to handle, what you need to take care of, and maybe letting them stew over what happened, what conspired, the choices that they made, especially with this cross that's on here. It's coming through like, you really need to think about what you did. You need to think about these actions, because they have consequences. So I'm going to get now some advice for you moving forward, and we're going to use these oracle cards to do that. I just heard, should I stay or should I leave? So I'll get 2 cards. Spoiled. So I'm going to help some of you out. If you don't know if you should stay with this person, keep connected with this person, or if you should leave, and a general advice moving forward. Should group want to stay connected to their person? Always, 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 always. Spirit wants to tell you, first of all, and I just heard too, this came through really strongly. For some of you, you may be watching tarot readings like a lot. You may be overdoing it for yourself. You don't like the responses. You don't like the answers you're getting. They're saying you need to knock that off. With love. Somebody's a little forceful, okay? I'm sorry. But they're saying you need to listen to your intuition, because when you do this, when you overload yourself with information, you're blocking yourself then. You're putting too much stuff in your head. You're not going by your own heart. This is your life, okay? And you get to say what you want to do moving forward. Yeah, that means we gotta deal with the consequences of our actions again. But it's going to be a learning lesson regardless. Go by your heart and your intuition, what you truly feel. Achiever, well-informed. Okay, so already I see though, if you would have a talk with this person, if you would have an honest talk with this person, an honest discussion about what was going on, about your concerns maybe in the connection, your concerns about them, how they treated you. I heard for some, how they mistreated you. I really feel you would have this achievement. Like, you could probably come out. Wasn't it like at the beginning, the very beginning of your reading, the back of the deck was the Sun card. That's success. That's joy and fulfillment. That's a positive outcome. And I see too, if you would get more information from this person, you could have a more positive outcome. You would have more clarity. At the very least, you would get the clarity that you need. So you wouldn't have to keep diving into all these tarot readings or anything, or second guessing yourself. I really do feel that you could stay connected with this person if you have an honest and open discussion with them. That's what's needed. I feel overwhelmed and confused. My eyes feel so sore. So there may be something that you're refusing to see, something that you don't want to see. I'm shaking. Let me get a clarifier here. You may live in different cities as well. You may not be in like physical vicinity with them. You may not see them often. Yeah, socialite. You or them may be very popular. I just heard online. Very socialite. That may actually too be a concern for this person. If you work online, your oracle card says shop owner. And if you work online, they're kind of worried about that. They're worried about your online presence. They're worried about who you may be talking to, who are you entertaining, what are you doing with other people, like blah, 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 blah. And I'm not meaning to blah, 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 as if that stuff for them doesn't have meaning. And especially if that's for you. I'm not saying that because that doesn't have meaning. But this could be stemming from insecurities and irrationality. Again, this is something that actually could, I just heard, be disputed. Maybe they want to argue about some things. They may not be too happy about it. If you are working online or something, or if you're really social or social online, I don't think they're too happy about that. This may leave them, feeling insecure. But again, like I said, if they would talk to you then, a lot of this could be cleared up and they would feel a little more stable. Oh. Okay. So I also got the message, be careful how you digest this person or the information that you learn or need to learn. For some, they really see you as a temptation or distraction, a quick fix. I also get the message, I don't want to just be this top layer thing. Like, I want so much more. Like, I'm a whole cake. I'm not just the icing. Another message I'm getting is to not indulge in unhealthy ways with this person. It's going to F them up a little bit. I feel like this is a part of something that they need to heal. This may be something that they do often. They may indulge or just go by their cravings, or I just heard the flavor of the week for some. But then it causes, it messes with their insecurities. So make sure you're clear of what you want and what you expect, especially how to be treated. Make sure you let them know how exactly you want to be treated or you need to be treated. This could go both ways, and or both of you should be doing this. Be clear, be honest, be open. If you indulge too much in temptations or surface level things, it feels like a landslide. If you let one thing go, then you're probably going to let a lot of things go. And then the more pure intention is going to be lost in lust and temptation, in unhealthy behaviors and patterns. And that will trigger then as well them to be really defensive. They'll get really defensive, maybe insecure. That's when their shadows really then will come out. They may feel insecure, defensive, flighty for some. They may not be able to trust you then. For some, this is also, I think I said that, but that's kind of to aid in the things that they need to heal too of themselves. I'm not saying you don't need to fix anybody, okay? Let me put that out real quick. You don't fix anybody. They need to fix themselves. So whatever traumas, defense mechanisms they built for themselves, all these combative things, their behaviors, those isolations I heard as well, they may just isolate. All of these different things could be easier navigated then, as long as you keep things very clear and intentional. So that is all I see in the cards for you today. I really hope these messages were helpful. I hope they came through clear and were able to touch on the things that you were really wondering about, and the advice can be taken as useful and helpful for you moving forward. And I'll see you in the next reading. Hello! I hope you don't mind my singing bowl. I have really been into sound bathing and using sound to clear the energy, and it's been amazing in the readings. I feel all sparkly and pretty. Anyway, if you chose reflection, you are group 2, and this is your reading. Today we are going to find out what your person's wondering thoughts are about you. So before I get into the reading, I would like you to tune into your person, the specific person you have in mind, whether that be the name, how they make you feel, their energy, whatever you have the space and capacity for, so I can get clear, honest messages for you. For somebody, I just heard right off the bat that you're very pretty. So you're probably an attractive bunch. We are going to start with your oracle card here. Reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. And for some, this is because when, like, they were away from you and now they realize that they want you. So if this is a romantic partner, sorry, I'm channeling. When I channel, I will stutter, mumble, or jumble up my words. So please just bear with me. But if this for you is a romantic partner, I just heard, oh, they realized the damage they did. They really had time to reflect, think back about the things that they have done or didn't do. Specifically for some of you, there's something that they didn't actually do that they should have done, or they felt they should have done. For some, you had a mutual split, and it's like they didn't put up the fight and they feel like they should have. They feel like they could have done more, should have done more. You could have said something about how they talked to you, or said something about something they said, and they really think back to that. They really think about that. Things that you say, things that they have said to you that they regret. They also say, you misinterpret me. They feel misinterpreted. I feel like this is kind of a common occurrence for this person. They may feel like people just misinterpret them in general. But I got the sense, and I just heard mouthy. They are mouthy. I just heard uneducated. This isn't to say they're uneducated, but this is to say that they probably aren't really mentally mature, or they don't hold a lot of like emotional capacity to be that mentally mature, to know how to use their words in a constructive way. I also did get the message too that they may feel that you are more educated than them, or you speak in a way that is of a higher level of education or understanding even. I see them like shutting up, even if they didn't really. Like you shut them up, even if they still wanted to run their mouth. They shut up because they felt like you were smarter than them. Or maybe that's when they would get extra combative, aggressive. I just heard agitated. They may then just turn to action because they can't actually articulate or get out their true meaning, or they feel they're misunderstood. They could be destructive with their words or their actions. I see that they're seen as a villain in most of their life stories, or they have a victim mentality. They may write, they may journal, and this is when they actually feel understood and feel seen. It's like they're really just pouring their heart out onto paper or something, or into their craft, I heard as well. Now I'm just getting a bunch of like static energy. I don't like that. I wonder why I'm getting that. Static noise. You may just not be in contact with them. And so, you know, like on a TV, once there's no communication, no more episode, nothing's going on, it's just that shh. And that's what they feel right now. So if you're not in communication right now, it's kind of like white noise. That could be, you know, their thoughts about you. They may not be trying to think about you. But let's get into tarot now and find out. This person, sorry if you hear residual from my singing bowl. This person really reaches out to you energetically. Like, it's effing me up. I ain't gonna lie. Either you reach out to them, or they really reach out to you. Or they're really just tethered to you. Like, oh my gosh. In a toxic way, I feel. It's unresolved. So much energy and stuff coming through. It's giving me a headache. I'm going to use this stone for a little psychic protection, because this person's energy is crazy. Not that they're crazy, I'm just saying it's intense. If anybody knows too what this stone is, I think I knew at one point, or I thought I did. I would love to know, because I don't know. So first we're going to see the nature of your connection. I just heard how they relate to you as well, how they feel about you, and where you stand. And then we are going to find out their wondering thoughts about you. What is the nature of their connection? Very spiritual, intertwined, like I said. Soul. I just heard soul body. That may resonate for somebody. They could feel like you're their soulmate, or their soul partner, that you are a part of, in the least, a part of their soul family. That's for sure. That is for sure. They feel connected to you. They see signs about you. And it does make them smile. That makes them happy. It's like when they see signs of you, they're thinking that you're thinking of them too. So they feel connected in that moment. They're like, wow, they're thinking of me. That's how they see it. I just heard shady dealings. That may resonate for somebody specifically. Okay, I'm just gonna start spouting off stuff because I'm channeling it. You're somebody of value. And that value isn't necessarily equal to theirs. Their ego would say it is. Their ego at times says, I'm better than you. I'm better than a lot of people around me. Or I'm the SHIT. No. Some people, some of these people can be narcissists as well. They have some ego issues. They have ego issues. They might even compare themselves to you where they don't need to. They left on bad terms with you. There was a discussion. There were words damaging. The last words that you had together were just damaging. Whether that means that just damaged the connection in general, or it really hurt them, it upset them. Like, you can't come back from that. You have the Tower card clarifying the Page of Swords. And they're saying, what was said was damaging. What was done was damaging. I can't come back from this. It's done. I had to walk away. Even if they didn't walk away from you, because I did get that sense of like it was reciprocal though. Whatever happened, like you were both on the same page. You had to do what you had to do type of situation. But at times, they feel like they chose to walk away because they couldn't come back from that. Whatever damage was done was done. That ruined the foundation. It ruined my trust. You probably don't even see me the same anymore. It hurts when I look at you. I did get more clarity. I was able to reevaluate myself and my connections. I grew because of this. I grew because of you. I know me growing doesn't mean that I've changed or that you're not going to feel then that I did change. But a lot comes with this old age. That may resonate specifically for somebody. But that's just to say that their physical body, there may have been a lot of like years between you two. Take that as it resonates. That may be in your age. There may be an age gap between you two. It is also to say that there was so much time that they had time to grow and mature. There may have been years between you two. So take which message resonates for you. But I want to show you what I see of myself, that I can be loyal and I can be dependable. I want to be your friend, even in the least. Like, I miss that connection. I miss that. I keep hearing like inside jokes for somebody as well. They miss your inside jokes. They saw you even when you were like less mature. Maybe you were a little clumsy, naive, just somebody wanting to like explore and have fun. They wanted to take care of you in that moment, in that time of your life. They didn't necessarily know how though. They were, immature in ways themselves. They were so young. With 6 of Cups here, it's just a little boy trying to raise a puppy. Like, I want to be there for you. I want to tend to you. I want to do all this stuff for you, but I myself, if I can't even do it for myself, how am I really going to be able to do it for you? But I tried. Sorry if I get emotional channeling them. This really upsets them. I wanted to be what you needed of me. I wanted to tend to you, support you. I wanted to actually connect you as well to other people and other things that were meaningful to me. I really wanted that, for you to see it. You didn't get to see so much of me in my dreams. When they think of you, they saw that you probably had different things in mind for your future, maybe different plans, even though some things that I feel like you could have worked on or you could have worked with. And maybe they were hoping to sway you for some. For some, they were really, maybe all, but they were really in this space of trying to just be here and not think so far into the future then, because when they would think too far in the future, that's where you would separate, and they didn't want to separate. So let's just be here. Let's just be now. Let's just, maybe they didn't take you so seriously. For some, they might have not take you as seriously as they should have or could have. They were hoping you would just follow them. But you are your own freaking person. You are your own person. They may have really tried to own you. So I got the message. Take it if it resonates. Please leave it if it doesn't. For somebody, I got the message. They were like trying to own you, but make you think that you had your own personality still and you had your own, I just heard business for some, but that you had your own independence. There's something here I can't pinpoint. Let me actually get something else. So if that message resonated with you, they didn't want competition. They felt if you knew your own power, your own strength, or your own light, that then they would have competition. So they may have downplayed some things. They may have maybe made you feel insecure in ways so that they had the upper hand, or that they could keep you in the dark to manipulate for their own ego. But if you are no longer connected to this person, first of all, their foundations are not steady. Not steady and not stable. And they feel like they're kind of regretting this decision. And they feel like it would have probably been more steady and stable with you. They feel they may have missed their chance to have that stability, stable home life for some. Maybe too that you actually lifted them up than however their situation has. You probably boosted their ego or made them really feel more powerful than they do right now. But this is something they're accepting, but they are reflecting on that. They see that of themselves. They understand it and they know it of themselves. But I do see maybe their ego as well could get in the way of this, admitting it. They may have problems with admitting their faults, taking responsibility for their actions. They rather just deal with the consequences, and even if it doesn't turn out great. But they really enjoy your fluidity. Take that as it resonates. They enjoy your fluidity, your excitement, you have a youthful, like, playful way about you. Maybe you like to explore, whether that be like physically, spatial awareness for some reason is coming through, creatively. You really just like to use your energy and put it into a lot of different things, I feel. Like, you're so playful with your energy, and they really admire that, but they also, that's what draws them into you. Your energy draws them into you. You're somebody who doesn't need somebody else's validation, I feel, as well. And that is something that does draw them into you, even if they chose to kind of keep you stunted in certain ways for their ego's sake. You are a bright soul, and I just heard many people know you. Many know you. You may be a spiritual leader, spiritual teacher, or have a lot of like natural wisdom and insight. You really implement your experiences in your life. You use these, I just heard, to your benefit rather than your detriment. They see this of you. They do admire this of you. Even if it causes like them to compare or get a jealous streak. They really do admire that of you. You're so creative. If you're a creator, they love the things that you create. They love that for you. It's like you said it once before, and they maybe doubted you or didn't know how serious you were about it or how far you take it. And look at you. They're just blown away by you, but they want to celebrate that part of you. For some, they actually want to join in your creations, or they want to collaborate with you, I feel, as well. They want to be a part of that, a part of your journey. Now I'm going to dip a little deeper into their wandering thoughts about you. What are their wandering thoughts about group 2? I just heard water displacement. I'm going to have to dive into that. The King of Swords. Well, the King of Swords, water displacement. They're using more of their mind than their emotions. Like, they keep their emotions in check. That's what that is. They keep their emotions in check. They're not going to let you know how they actually feel, I feel like. It's whatever is going to benefit them, or it's to say they're scared to actually let you know how they feel. So if they contact you, they're going to be more in their logical mind, to be more sensitive to the situation, or to keep it more cordial or more professional. It's coming through as. It could also mean that they don't necessarily want to touch on the more heavier emotions and things. If they would, they'd probably be quick about it. They have an issue with actually owning up to what they have done, taking accountability. But it is also giving me the sense, though, too, that they just don't want any trouble. They want to keep the peace, if at all possible. You have the Six of Cups upright. Yes, they are still fond of you, even if you're not in contact with them. They're still fond of you. They still feel this connection with you. Children came up as well. Yeah. You may have children. You both may have kids. Or they went off and ended up having a kid. They also may feel rejected by somebody's child. They may feel rejected by your child if you have one. Or they're scared to become like a stepfather. That may be an issue. Or like a concern of theirs, sorry. They feel that you are more peers now as well than you are like classmates. You may be classmates with this person. You may have been a classmate with this person. But that's also the energy that they feel, that now you could be part of a shared community as well. I get the sense that if you were like online, I get the sense that they share this community with you. They may see you in passing, but you don't talk to each other. They had noticed you, you might have not noticed them, and you just passed each other. That is also just the energy that they feel you have with them now. Even in person, if they see you in person, they're going to try not to look at you. They don't necessarily want to make contact. Unless it's planned and it feels right. They need to like feel that there is this energetic balance, and also a more safe environment, a more intimate environment possibly. Maybe if they would see you at an event, they'd probably talk to you. Somewhere where it's a little more lighthearted and fun, tensions released, where they don't feel like they're going to be a threat and you know that they are not a threat to you. The Six of Swords. There's also 2 children here too. Somebody may have 2 kids. Or they may have multiple children, I feel. They may have multiple children now or something. They're saying it's easier for them to take care of their responsibilities as well right now than to face you or to deal with collateral, I heard. There is some damages, like I said, like they're going through. Like they're going through something that needs handled. It needs resolved. It needs like dealt with. I just heard custody battle for some. I see here like they're running away, not running away, excuse me, but they're traveling away with their kids. Like they're getting visitations. It's like that's the only time they get to see them, and they really want to focus on that. If they have kids, they really just want to focus on their kids right now. Like that's their responsibility. But there also is stuff that needs cleaned up with that. And if it's not with kids, it's to say they rather keep distance and leave it unresolved right now until they can work on themselves, until they can get to the root of some things. And I also see that somebody wants to, like, they have other plans. They may be an entertainer or something. I did see somebody with like having to do with music or something, or entertainment in some way, shape, or form. They're trying to grow that. They're trying to expand this. Something happened where they have more time now and more energetic space from something to be able then to focus on what I feel is a dream of theirs. And this is what they're chasing. This is actually what they're trying to put a lot of their energy into right now, along with their own healing. But they feel that they can't talk to you in the process. Like they can't go to you. If you are somebody who is extremely helpful, or you may, I don't know if it's a savior complex, or you just really like to be there for people. You're somebody who will easily go out of your way to help people. They don't want to take advantage of that then, if that resonates with you. This is something like problem solver, I just heard. They want to problem solve themselves. They don't want to lay that burden on you. They don't want you to fix them or feel like you have to fix them. If they're going to come back to you at all, it's going to be, you know, because they fixed themselves. Because they got themselves right for you. Death and rebirth. Wow. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just make noises and things at times, but wow. Let me show this card real quick because I got channel messages. I don't want to lose them. So you have the death and rebirth here, and they are saying, I'm not, like, they're killing. I just heard they're killing their ego. They may be trying like spiritual practices or diving more into their own personal spirituality and connection with themselves. Like I said, evaluating themselves and things. They don't want to be the person that they were when they met you, I just heard. They don't want to be that person, and they say they aren't. They say they aren't. They say that. They still have tendencies they're carrying. This is a process that they're going through. They're still doing this. You know, especially with this Six of Swords reverse. They're still going through this process. I just heard they aren't refurbished. They're not fully refurbished. That's so funny. I hope that resonates with somebody because that was way out of left field there. If they come to you, like I said, they want to come correct. They want to be bold with their actions as well, I feel. When they reunite with you, if they reunite with you, I really feel it's a chance of when they will. I just heard like they'll see you. They're going to see you somehow. We're going to get into that. But they are probably going to be very bold with their actions. This is something they think about. When I see this person again, I'm going to make it like obvious. I'm going to show up confident. I'm going to show up right. They may even have flowers for you, or they may have a peace offering for you. For some, I feel like they will kind of hope that this peace offering masks some things that maybe they don't want to talk about again with this Emperor reverse here. I just heard don't believe what they told you. So they may be worried about rumors, or they may have just a bad reputation. Let's get real. I'm really getting that energy. They may have a bad reputation. Or people really gospel about them. Some people may praise them. Some people may put them on a pedestal. Or this is to say that people may actually gossip about you. They don't necessarily want to believe the rumors. They still want to come forward anyway then. There is a level of mistrust because of rumors though. Or they might wonder, can I trust you then because of these rumors? I get the sense that they may take themselves as a peasant. Take all these as it resonates. For some, they may take themselves as a peasant, see you as a star, and they know that they need to be on their best behavior, I heard. For others, I do see if they know you in a social like media sense or space, you have more status than they do in that way, and I heard in that realm. That's probably how they will contact you if they do, or they are thinking about this. That's something that they have wondered about, contacting you in this space where they are the lesser and you are just shining, okay? You are popular. You are, I just heard, working your skills. Like you are the master. You are abundant. You are the master of your reality. I feel like you're manifesting a lot of things and they see this. And in their minds, when they think of you, they are just comparing. It just keeps coming up. Like they have a lot of comparing to do with you. They feel like you came from nothing and you are just... that they also could feel like you were the peasant at one point and now you're the gleaming star of the show. You are a movie star. You may do videos, specific videos. Take that also as it resonates. I just heard TikTok for some of you. They may see your videos on TikTok. So attracted to you. They are freaking so attracted to you. Like in your eyes specifically, they really enjoy your eyes. They are really just standing in their own fullness for their own selves, for the greatest good they see as well or feel. If they would reach out to you on social media, this is coming from their wondering thoughts that if they reach out to you on social media, that you're gonna let them on red, you're gonna leave them on red or not open it at all. That you're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna let you sit there for a few days. Okay? I'm gonna show you that you need to value my time, my attention, value my attention. That is how they're thinking when they think of you. I am worthy. They're like, you're right. They don't really necessarily want to argue that fact, okay? They also figure too that if they are going to move forward with you, there are going to be stipulations. There are going to be rules in place. There are going to be things that they have to abide by then. That you aren't going to jeopardize your security. They know this. That you will not jeopardize your security, especially financially, or the security that you have in yourself. For somebody who isn't willing to change, for somebody who isn't willing to do what's right, lead with authority and honesty, integrity, they are thinking about how you deserve so much, but you don't let many people in either. I just want to say you don't let anybody in. Like that's how they feel, that you don't let anybody in. It's a closed gate. Your emotions have a lot to do with this, and not in any negative way, of course, but they see you as somebody so sensitive and so caring and nurturing. This is the ocean. This is the ocean behind them. That's mother. Again, you may be a mother, but that's nurturing and mothering. Life, as they say, started from the ocean. And you are willing to give life to so many, I feel, to so much. Like that's a part of how you value yourself. You may be real humble. You may be missing actually some attributes of yourself as well. That is how they see you. You have qualities about yourself that you may be missing because you're so humble. because I just heard you keep your storm calm. You may handle your problems with a lot of grace. I just heard that somebody's wondering if they're willing to do these things. Like if you do implement rules or stipulations or have certain expectations of them that they would need to do if you allow them in. You're wondering if they will do this, so I'm gonna actually check that for you real quick. Yeah, it came out anyway. The Page of Pentacles. They're willing to learn, I heard, as well. Teach me. Yes, absorb, yes. So this is a positive sign for sure. You have the World card and the Page of Pentacles. That's somebody who's willing to adjust, I heard as well. Willing to adjust, willing to make changes, willing to learn, willing to see different perspectives, and specifically like ideals or idealisms. They want to learn you more because knowing you, they'll better know how to take care of you and how to, I just heard, mend the relationship, the connection. And with the World here, this is something that they are willing to do, an achievement for the success of the connection. Even if it doesn't start out as a relationship, if you don't jump into anything right away, they don't expect you to. They don't expect anything long lasting, but that's something that they're willing to put their energy into. Oh my gosh, stop it. Oh my. They like your teachings. If you're somebody who teaches something, they enjoy that. They just like looking at you. Like you can be sitting there talking. They probably won't hear what you have to say because they're too busy admiring you. Look at this person's face. It's almost like zoned out and just focused on movement is what I'm seeing. They're focused on your movement, or they may enjoy how you move. It's like if you walk away, I'm gonna enjoy it though. Like I'm gonna enjoy watching you. Regarding these new things that they may have to do to add value to the connection, I heard, but also to start to ground it. They really want this potential to move forward. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That literally just left my mind. That might as well too be like them snapping back to reality, like, whoa, what'd you just say? Wait, you're gonna have to repeat yourself. They may use your physical as a distraction as well, as what I'm channeling. I think that's why that happened. They're really distracted by your physical, I'm gonna tell you. They really like how you look, how you hold yourself. It could be how you dress as well. They also think about traveling with you, or like the potential then of you traveling together, what you could learn together, different ways of which you can expand. And I don't feel that it's only materially or geographically speaking. I feel like you could expand intellectually, spiritually as well, but kind of just these other levels of knowledge. They think about coming forward towards you, whether they're going to do a grand gesture or how they're going to approach you, how you're going to feel when you see them. Are you going to judge them? Are you going to hold yourself up on this pedestal and belittle them in some way? Or are you going to stand in your power but still allow this, as if you are God, this moment of judgment for them to possibly explain themselves? This is something they are thinking about, they have thought about. Yeah, they're really nesting in the womb of this. So that also, again, is going to take time with that womb reference coming in. They are taking their time as well. They don't want to rush it because rushing it will not fix anything. That will not solve anything. That will not help them in the long run. And it won't help you. And they don't want rejected by you. They really don't want rejected by you. They worry about this. They may ask somebody in their family who has passed on, I got as well. They may reach out to a loved one who has passed on, and they ask them for advice. They ask them for like signs and answers, or they talk to them about you. And this is something very private. Wow, so very private. I don't know if anybody would know this at all. I don't know if anybody would know this at all. It's like, no, this is between me and divine. This is mine. This is something very personal. And I just heard justice. Yeah, they probably wanted to balance it out and asked how they could do this. How can I do this? Another random message that I received too was that you can do no wrong. whether that's coming about it in a compassionate way or an egotistical way, to say that, like, they think that you feel you're always right. Like, okay, you could do no wrong. That type of thing. I don't see that that's within their wondering thoughts. I feel like that's how you would know them. They say, we work so well together, and we can work so well together. There's potential here. There's value here. You are valued and valuable, and I want to show you that, and I want you to see my value, and I want to feel you value me. I want to feel that. I want to be a part of what you're making, of what you're creating. Look how gorgeous this card is. When I come back, I know you can't promise me, but please, can there be some understanding? There was so much left unsaid and undone, and my actions need to be more than my words. I need to act more than to even speak. I need you to be patient with me. When their mind wanders, they think about the ways that you can both create a whole new beginning together. How you can plant this decaying, like, let our flesh and our, that sounds so cryptic, but let our flesh and our bodies, like, sink into the ground. What is this? Oh, hold on. Sorry if that sounds a little gruesome. They're not even meaning it to be gruesome. For some, they're just saying this because you may have really connected with them on this whole, like, they feel like they're, like, your body's intertwined or something, and, like, wow, like, fusing together, becoming one. It's like spiritually, energetically, they want that. They want that intertwining. And for others, that it is to say that let's take what has died in us, of us, and this connection, and we can build something new from it. We can take all that's decayed and actually make fertilizer of it. We can do something with that. We don't have to even be here anymore. We can be something renewed. Something renewed. And for others, they may just want you to, like, I just heard burial plots. Like, they may really want to be your it and that's it. They want to be your one and only. And I just heard, so hold me. They may write, they may rap, do poetry, they may sing. For some, it could just be a hobby, a talent, like a talent and skill of theirs, or something that they do because they love it so passionately. They don't even have to sound good, but they just love it. They love to sing, use their voice, use their words. Even sometimes, it could be at their detriment, but this is a passion of theirs. This is beautiful. This is something of value. Some of you share this. You share a passion, a love of this. And that's also something they want to nurture. Say there's two singers, okay, that you are a singer and they're a singer. They're also saying, like, we could go from these independent creators and join forces. We could join forces and have this whole new rebirth and, like, have a whole new thing going on. And we could do it together. Be the Sunny to my Cher type of deal, but it's with more soul, is what I feel. It's for the collective as well. Like, they want to join forces with you in a way, or join you to be able to express your passions and things in a way that helps others or helps the collective as a whole. They really feel that you could do this. This is what they think about. So I'm going to get some advice for you moving forward with this oracle deck. And I had just shuffled, but look what came out in the bottom. Lower class, poverty. Again, the class difference coming through. Like, they feel like a baby. Maybe they're still building themselves in that way. But we are going to see advice for you moving forward. I just heard, should I let them back in? Should I let them back in? So I'm going to get, because for the first group, I wasn't planning to get multiple advice cards, but I did for them. So let me just do it with you. I'm going to evil it out. Are they evil? I'm going to even it out. So I'm going to see get a card for their intentions, because that keeps coming through. And I feel like somebody's really fixated on what their actual intentions are, though, because their wondering thoughts aren't actually speaking on true intentions. This is just what they fantasize about, what they wonder about. So we'll get an intention card and then a advice card as well. Group 2's person's intentions. What are their actual intentions? Ocean traveler, explorer. This is your oracle card, and I'm getting a few messages here. For some, they're trying to move. They want to move as far away as they can. I feel like they're getting a new home. They have to travel either for work or to just try and get a new house or a home or something. They may be leaving their home. I want to move towards you. My intention is to come towards you. But I'm getting a Voyager energy here too, though. And it's to say that they have some things to do first. If they are going to come towards you at all, they have some exploration of their own to do first. Whether that be of themselves, of work, of their environment, their life in general, their responsibilities. Like it feels like there's just a lot to do before then they would come to you. But they have an intention of moving towards you in some way. Let me get a clarifier just to see. Unexplained disappearance, war, death, abandonment. Oh goodness. Loss of a loved one. Aww. Yeah, I just heard I'm still grieving. Somebody may have lost a loved one and they are grieving that. They really think about this person a lot. It could be a sister for some. It could also be a masculine energy. Their name could start with a J, whether that be you, your person you're wondering about, or that could be the person that had passed on. Their name could start with a J as well. But there is a fear of abandonment here. Yeah, they don't want rejected. So they rather not be seen. If they feel they're going to be rejected, they're not going to come towards you. They are not. Their intentions will be to I just heard fade away. Let me just bow out. Let me back out then. If they feel that they may be abandoned, left to dry. Otherwise, their intention, it's like, we'll meet again. I don't get the sense that they're planning this. They just expect it to happen. They feel the universe will bring you together one way or another. It's bound to happen, is what they feel. And they're saying, like, it's bound to happen. I don't necessarily have to act on it. So let's get advice moving forward for you. Branding. Yeah, some of you may be reinventing yourself. Some of you may have just started a new job, and you're really going to have to put your energy and all into this. I feel like it's so stressful. There's just so much, but please take things one step at a time. I feel like I have to say, you don't have to rush this. If this resonates with you, you do not have to rush this. This energy, I feel, may just be because it's like a crazy environment that you're going into. People everywhere, or a lot of expectations, a lot of like objectives that you need to like cross off your list. It's almost like rebranding, not just branding. Or I got the sense it's with clothes. You're branding clothes. You're putting logos on clothes. This is going to take your attention. I just heard it's going to be fuel to your fire. This is going to take you somewhere. Keep at it, please. Please. Because I feel like this is something that you are like passionate about. This excites you. So chase what excites you. Even if this has nothing to do with clothes for you or branding or anything. That is a message in general for you. Chase what excites you. Put your focus on what excites you. If this energy depletes you, don't focus on it. If this energy takes away from excitement, your passion, or your love, I heard, do not put energy into it. And for some of you, I heard you need to stop putting energy into this and let it resolve itself. If it's going to be resolved and they come back around and all this and that, let it happen on its own naturally. And for some of you, it will happen. With house fire here, I feel if you rush it, that's exactly what's going to happen. Shit's going to hit the fan. It's not going to be okay. It's not going to be okay for you. It's not going to be okay for them. I feel like you two could be matches rubbing together and ignite each other. And this could be in a positive way where you ignite each other's passions and your fire, your intimacy, your lust, but in a healthy way. For some, I feel like this friction could cause such detrimental damage, like burn the house up. Everything that you built up for yourself could just be damaged or something. Don't rush this. You don't want to damage your house, okay? Or they have done damages to your house before. I just heard reoccurrence, like abuse came up again. So you may have suffered some level of abuse with this person in the past. If this person damaged your house, I just heard again, damage your home. If this person did anything to your home or was physically abusive to you, definitely keep your space where it's needed, because you don't need beat on in any way, shape, or form. Emotionally, physically, financially. Like they're gonna take your money? No. I just want to say, like, you earned your keep. Do not let anybody take money from you. Do not let anybody act like a bum in your presence, okay? Because you deserve better. And I really feel heavily that some of these people are known from taking from others. They're known from maybe taking from you. They may have stolen from you, or you've paid for them where you feel you shouldn't have, and you shouldn't have. Like, no, they just need to handle their stuff. So also for that too, like, you don't want to be used is another message. You don't want to be used, so please don't feel that you need to rush anything in this connection, or of yourself, I heard as well. Because you could be used if you rush something of yourself. So Spirit's telling me to call it there. That is all the messages I see in the cards for you today. I really hope that was insightful, enlightening, and helped to give you any clarity that you may need within this connection and moving forward. And I will see you next reading. That was a good one. That was a good one. May that be the omen for the reading. I hope you don't mind me in my singing bowl recently. I've really been into sound clearing, and for these readings, it's a beauty. It really is. If you chose mistake, you are group 3, and this is your reading. So as you can tell, outfit, hair, everything is different. It's a whole other day. While I was editing the videos, I was almost done with it and realized a chunk was deleted because my battery died without warning, and that was the whole first part of the reading. So I'm taking it as Spirit has something else for you to know, okay? And that can't be missed, so let's find out. Today we are here to find out your person's wondering thoughts about you. I also just got the message too, just for somebody, I don't know who it's going to resonate for, but that it's a routine, meaning either you see each other while you're busy in your usual routine, or you see them in their usual routine or their work at their job. But we are going to start with your oracle card here, mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. I'm getting the sense that somebody in this connection is now distracting themselves from work because they did something that they now regret. But instead of facing up to with love, I say this with love, but I mean, instead of facing up to the situation, the circumstances, maybe you don't feel actually you don't have the capacity for it. So, obviously, take that time if you need that time of healthy distraction. But I do get the sense that somebody is distracting themselves from accountability, essentially. I also see that there's fine print that you need to pay attention to. So if you're doing any court filings, any divorce, I'm channeling, oh my gosh. If I stutter, mumble, or jumble up my words, that's what's happening. I'm channeling, messages are coming through. If it's court papers, child support I heard as well. Marriage license. I just heard infidelity. Divorces. Make sure you're reading the fine print of everything. Okay, I hear detail is important and you need to pay attention to that. There's deadlines as well, I see for some. I just heard like an orderly fashion. This I feel is a device to make sure all your ducks in a row. You know what I just heard what you're getting into. Okay, so if you're signing any contracts or anything, make sure you know exactly what you're getting into before you sign your name on that. Okay, take any time that is needed if it's paperwork. But in general, I do feel like you're focusing on work, hyper-focused, some of you, a little too hyper-focused on work, or you are filing a lot of papers. I just heard for advancement, you may be applying for new jobs. I just heard simple and orderly. So again, This isn't much about your person, but this is messages that Spirit wants you to know. To just keep things simple and organized as much as possible right now. Because I feel like you might have I just see papers flying everywhere and you're like, crap, where's page 5? Like, maybe you lost some things or something. So Spirit's just wanting you to be mindful about that. Don't lose anything. Be very organized right now if you can be. And take any time that you need to. And for the person who may need accountability, to make sure you're not distracting yourself unhealthily, though, because I also feel like this may also deplete you energetically or mentally. It may burn you out. So please just be mindful of that. So now we are going to dip into tarot to see the nature of the connection before we get into their wandering thoughts about you. I just saw 2 too. So 2s may be significant for you, maybe repeating 2s. 22 or the number 2. Group 3's person's perspective of the nature of the... Oh, wow. Whew. Okay, I got fast moving. Listen, there may be a lot of sexual tension, I'll tell you that. If this is a romantic partner, I just got the message that they felt you either moved too quickly, sexually, intimately, or they're telling me that things happen really fast with you physically, or there's a lot of physical attraction, or it's to say that that was kind of like the focus, the main focus, and the drive behind the connection. That it almost was like a foundation, or that you met them in a place where they were a little more sexually amplified. A community, a fast-growing community, I feel. Or they were really fiery, like maybe you didn't know how to take them at first. They may have been like hot and cold, or their messages may have been like sporadic. A lot of gaps in between, like time-wise. I see that you met them through like a shared community, whether that be a work space, you or them, a space where people are kind of a little more laid back, a little more like loose, and you can collaborate ideas, a lot of talking, a lot of socializing, like socializing about a common thing or a common goal. This could also be class, a school, I feel as well, like you're sitting in a classroom for some. I also see, okay, somebody may have facial hair and they like it. That and your smile. I also get the message too that they still want to work with you. They still want to like collaborate. Maybe they do want to keep it a little more professional. Let's just create together. Like we could do that, right? Like they want to, I feel like they want to ask you this. This is a message coming through. Like they want to ask, or they're hoping that that's how the relationship can be then, the connection between you two. And for some, they want that same thing of collaboration, maybe creating together or coming together, joining together for some type of event or something. Then maybe then within that space, they're low-key hoping that you can be more, or you can form more, or that you can deepen emotionally, your emotional bond together in that space. I do also see right now, there was a choice that was made, the Fool card. Listen, and I just want to say, it doesn't have to, if things are heavy right now between you two, it doesn't have to be that heavy. There may be baggage that needs released before you can feel lighter or better. And I got that message because I also see here the 8 of Cups in reverse, and that was telling me of a regrettable decision and somebody in your connection needing to come back, wanting to come back, or it's to say that communication is very important in this connection. They either tell you a lot of things, they have told you a lot of things, or you both send like big messages to each other. I just heard creative ideas. Some of you can help spark creative ideas between each other, or that's how or why you talk to them, because they are this like creative, this endless creative well of inspiration, insight, inner knowing, and they just spew this without even trying. And for some, it may take you a long time to actually get to know them, like the core of them, the real deep down heavy them. It just may take a long, I just heard months for some of you, or like you'll go through all these journeys and milestones in their life and still you don't actually know them. Or that's them saying that you don't actually know me. You may feel like you know me, but you don't actually know me. They may make it a little hard for people to get to know them. I see for some it could be a protection mechanism, but it also is just because they're a very deep person intellectually. Like their ideas, and I just heard they're higher knowing. So take that as it resonates, and if it resonates. They have a lot of thoughts they feel as well. They'll like tell you plans, what they want to do, what they want to execute, how they're going to go about it. I see as well for some, you might have left this person and they are either wondering about your plans and what you have going on, or you left because you're focused on your plans and what you want to do for your life and yourself. And this takes a lot. I just heard travel. It could take a lot of travel. It could take a lot of processing mentally. For some, this is toxic. I see this, that's crazy. I see this as like, what are those, millipedes or centipedes with all the legs rolled up? Ugh. Sorry, I hate those. I really, really hate those. And it's like, you think that's good for you. Walking away, and I feel like for multiple people, like, or you did think that was good for you. Walking away from a lot of people, especially this person or this person. But I see this is like, this is a toxic energy. I'm going to clarify though. Let me stop jumping ahead of myself. Yeah, is it going to pay off? When's it going to pay off? Some of you may be a little too money focused, and that is just a toxic thing that takes up so much space in your mind, or it takes up all of your mind. It's like wrapped around, like in gross. The exchange of time and attention. There's an emphasis on the balance here. You may feel like you have to pay for their time, or like they're letting you know, like, my time is valuable. And that also means then the time I give to you is very valuable to me. Like, I meant it. I meant that time I gave to you. The conversation, a lot of this is with conversation. I feel like some of you may not spend a lot of physical time with this person. And if you do, like I said, it's just like quick in passing or something. But there are things I heard that were left unsaid. With this Page of Swords here, I see that there were things that needed to be said, whether on your part or theirs. And there are also things that they want to say to you. For some, the things that they would want to say to you, they hope this could actually, I just heard rekindle. Take that if it resonates. But this could actually help to shape a new beginning for the connection. For others too, I see this as like planning to meet, making official plans to meet up. They're very nervous about this. If they're trying to meet up with you physically, this is something they're kind of nervous about. They do want to meet up with you. This may also take some time. For some, they're so particular. Like, everything has to align before they will meet you. They want to make sure, first of all, that their plate is cleared, their schedule is very cleared, and then it's like, I can really, like, they almost want to hyperfixate on that situation and on you, but it's not in any toxic way. It's so that they know they can actually focus on you when they see you. They don't want to have anything clouding their mind. They want to make sure that the time, the space, all of this is right. For some, they're asking you to take that leap of faith, to reach out to me. I'm not going to be as hard on you as I may seem to be, or I may, I just need to get that out real quick because I'm not going to be able to channel anything else. But for some, they may write or do poetry, somebody here in this connection, or both. Maybe like creative writers. They really like to be expressive through their writing or through visuals. They may just be, somebody may be a very visual person, but they need a lot of communication, a lot of reassurance, possibly. It's like the connection just started. So if that first message resonates with you, they feel like the connection just started, but there's like, no, we need to like fix this or something. There's more to be said here. And you can reach out to me. Like, I'm not going to be as hard on you as I may seem to be, or as you think I'm going to react. It's not even going to be that. They want to work with you. If you may feel this, if that message resonates with you, they want to be able to actually talk out the details, but they don't want it to be one-sided. I do see here that somebody in the connection at times feels like they're talking more than the other person is listening. Whether that be you or whether that resonate more with them. And at times, some may be more overly helpful or capable within their communication style or the things that they do. Maybe their acts, some type of physical acts. And if that is the case, They feel uneasy about that. They hate that. They may tell you like, I'm sorry all the time. They may be apologizing for their communication style or feel like they're lacking in some way. And I just heard de-stress and declutter. I feel like that's the space that this person's in right now. They want to de-stress. They want to declutter. They want to make sure that anybody involved in their life is taking them seriously, because they're really taking things seriously right now. And this doesn't mean that there needs to be any set commitment. That's not what this is. But it's like, I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste my energy. I also don't want to waste your time or your energy. I do want to be very clear with you. I want to be clear about my intentions and where we move forward. But it may take me some time. I may move a little slower than you're used to or than you like. But I feel like this is actually going to help the connection. This is actually going to balance things out. So do take that if it resonates. But now we are going to see their wondering thoughts about you. Oh my gosh. I just got really lightheaded. Like, it felt like all the blood... Oh. Oh my gosh. Like all the blood rushed from my brain and possibly somewhere else. So you may really ignite them in the sexual sense, like immediately. It was like... Or... like logic goes out the window if there is this sexual, I just heard there's chemistry like off the charts. And when that's really initiated and stuff, they may not act logically, or you may not act logically. What are group 3's person's wondering thoughts about them? I just heard daydream. That song may resonate, or messages in there may resonate for you. It's Lupe Fiasco, Daydream. This is also to say, thoughts of you make them happy, okay? Sometimes they could get lost in thoughts of you with the daydream. They may want you to really be outside and like soak up the sun and nature. I just heard like, let's be little fairies. Like, ooh, like hi. For some, I see you running around the woods even naked. Maybe they're like a nudist or something. They really enjoy, and I just heard embrace, nudity, nature, being one with nature, that connection of being one, and free-spirited, really free-spirited, and they want to do that with you. And that's also what they want in the connection. A little more free-spirited energy, where things, like I said, they're a very serious person. Like, they want things that are serious, but they also don't want you to take it so seriously that it starts to like mentally drain you, it starts to upset you. It's like a stress in your day. They don't want to be a stress in your day with anything in this connection. For some of you, I also see that it feels like a cold shoulder. Whether you're giving them the cold shoulder, if you gave them the cold shoulder, they're like, First of all, like, are you kidding me right now? And they're kind of putting their defenses up. But if that doesn't resonate with you, at times I feel like they could have their defenses up. They may get triggered really easily. I just heard sensitive to the topic. That may resonate for somebody. Like, you're sensitive to the topic. It makes you very defensive then. You may not actually want to see the truth right now. You may not be in the space to see truth. Again, the 3 of Pentacles comes out. That collaboration, that let's work together, or workspace, classmate type of environment. Something with science. What is that? Somebody, I just heard alchemy. Somebody might like sciencey things, alchemy. Somebody likes fiddling with toys, machines, or building things. I just heard mechanisms like electronics. For some, I also see something being mapped out, as if a plan's in motion, and now you're setting it on paper and looking at it from another point of view. Or you're seeing things within your workspace from another point of view. Or you may be changing work schedules as well for some. It's like I'm being shown you're trying to like switch schedules with somebody. You may be taking some time off work, but you want to make sure that your work is covered. So this is why you're discussing stuff with other coworkers, and you just have to get away. Like, you just need time away. And if that's not the case, then it is just spirit saying, maybe you should take some time off of work. You know, somebody can cover your shift. I just heard the house won't catch on fire. Take some time to yourself if you need it. Yeah, I just keep seeing you might be trying to avoid this person. Like, if you would see them in a workspace, you may try to avoid them. Or you're avoiding them by not going to like their workspace, or maybe their class, maybe a group, however that may resonate. I just heard, what is group 3's impressions of me? Listen, let me, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull a card real quick and let's see, because it came up, so I will oblige. Religious, what are their, oh, I'm not taking all these. Religious came up twice. Imprisoner, oppressor. Wow. Okay, so there's a web of gossip that does not even need to be going on, is what I'm saying, is what I'm hearing and seeing, is what I'm trying to say. Sheesh. You may be questioning their acts or getting like third-party information that's like all through the web. Like, no, you need to go to the source. If you want your information, go to the source. Don't make assumptions. Don't listen to the gossip. With religious coming through twice too, they go against your morals in some way. You may question their intentions then. I also see too, for some of you, you're actually somebody who would like defend them. If you heard any gossip about them, you just like look at it and like you understand what these people are saying. You may be a little quiet, but in your mind nonetheless, you are like, that's not even the truth. Like, you don't even know this person. Why would you even run your mouth? Like, you were such a dear and good friend to them, if this message resonates with you. And it's like they want to like thank you because you're not getting stuck in their web or stuck in web of lies. With imprisoner, impressor here. Okay, so there's a few messages coming through. For some, you probably held yourself back from saying some pretty effed up stuff, or like things that you knew you were going to regret. You had to pull that back and kind of just close that door, or the door was closed before you could even say anything more. If that message resonates with you, that it's like you have things that you want to say, but please don't come at it out of emotion. Use your rational mind about the situation. Or again, like I said, if you need to process it. Process it before you even speak, because I feel like your words could get you in trouble. I see too, your message might not come out clear to this person. I just heard snap react. Don't snap react. Religious is here too. Wow. Somebody may be really religious, or you may be like, I just heard fondling. Like you don't approve of their behaviors, of their morals, or your religion may leave you viewing this person some type of way. And I also just heard that's inaccurate. There's a lot of things clouding your judgment in this connection as well. I see a lot of things clouding your judgment. If this message resonates with you, that is. They're keeping their distance. If this message resonated with you, if you were the one that asked that question, they just don't want you to discriminate against them for something you don't even understand. You don't have all the information. Social is here twice. Social. You have to get a mutual level of understanding. You're going to have to talk something out. You're going to have to get more information. And like I said, from the source. Get it from the source. The more you open up yourself as well, the more you're going to know. Sorry for that side quest. They do feel like they could have something stable and set in longevity with you. And again, that's just their view. Their focus is longevity. What is going to be worth my time investing in? Like for some, they even want you to meet their kids, or they're wondering how that may turn out, or it's just to say that this person could have kids. If this person has kids, they don't let anybody near their babies. No, I don't care how old they are, those are their babies. And they are very protective of that. And you almost have to have their actual blessing before you can see their kids. They want to make sure that you are well enough for some, in a space of balance, compassion, openness. You need to like be open-minded, release expectations. They want to know that if you were ever to be around their kids, that you wouldn't be somebody that just leaves right away. And I almost said that just leaves again. So take that if it resonates. That'd be a really meaningful connection for them then. But that is also something that they feel like they could have with you. I get the idea of potential here. I just feel like snake tongue. Somebody could be vicious with their words, whether it be you or them. Both. Honestly, it depends on the situation. I just heard it depends on the outcome. With this 7 of Swords here, it's reversed though. They don't want to have this controversy with you. They don't want to have combativeness. even the thought of them. They don't necessarily want to leave you like with a bad thought or make you feel like they have impure intentions. Like, if you feel that about them, please drop that. They're like, why would you think I'm a snake? Like, I'm the snake charmer, if anything. I am the snake charmer, they're saying. Oh, girl, they put themselves on a pedestal sometimes. But they're saying, though, that my intentions are pure and I always keep them pure and true to who I am. Yeah, I'm a little friendly sometimes. That's just my nature. Even their inner demons, like the snake's sides of them, or the lizard brain, I guess, however that may resonate with them. But they're saying they don't let that dictate their decisions and their meaningful connections. I want to say that as well. They will not bring in any sly intentions to a connection that they are bringing into their space. And I want to tell you, that space that is close to them, that is sacred. They want you to respect that, period. They don't want you to have any ill intent. They don't want you to bring any drama in. And this is all to say with love. It's like, I have somebody at my door and I'm gonna let them check you before you come in. Like, this is a private club, okay? This is the VIP section. Getting in my bubble. This is the VIP. Yeah, a fan, I just heard. Like, and they deal with a lot of fans too, for some. That could resonate for some. It's like they deal with a lot of people, especially in their life, just in general. They could have dealt with a lot of snakes, dealt with a lot of people with false intentions, and they could have just been through a lot. And so could have you if you had spoken to them about some things you have been through. They're saying, I can recognize, I can empathize, I can sympathize. But there needs to be this balanced and clear and honest communication. It's like, you won't know unless you get to know me. You will not know unless you get to know me. For some, this person is really going through a lot emotionally. They really just have to take the waves in as they freaking come. This could take time away from you. This could take attention away from you. And they hate that. The sense of like unease and regret and like upset and just maybe something that they keep feeling they have to make up for. But this is just something they have to process. And they have to shut out a lot to do this. I also see the message. If you block them, if you gave them, or if you're the one that kind of gave them the cold shoulder, or you're trying to avoid them, I do see you like missing them, or you possibly like looking back to old memories. It could be old photos, or an old photo could have like popped up, or this could happen frequently, like Snapchat memories. But a Snapchat memory could come up and then you're stuck in that spot of like upset, missing them, kind of just grieving in the moment. I don't feel like you let it go very far. It could be just a small like moment in your day, or something may remind you of them, and that's when it brings you back into that space of feeling unsatisfied emotionally. Like maybe you shouldn't have cut them off, or you wish it would have worked out. I just heard work derived, very work focused. You both may be in this space even. Like you both may be going after your coin, going after these new ideas that you have and you know that are going to be successful. So you have to chase them. You have to start making progressive moves towards them. For others, it's almost like you just use work as your total main focus. Like your work is your life. You may use work to escape even. And for others, I see that you feel as long as you get your coin right, that you're going to have enough to offer. You feel like a status is a thing here. I don't feel like it really is. I don't feel like that's important to this person. Status isn't a thing. But for somebody here, one of the viewers, I feel like you're valuing status and you think that that work may give you value in life, or you feel that your job or elevating your coin is what's going to make you maybe feel more confident than to pursue another connection, this connection, any connection probably. You may not be too set on this person. If that message resonates with you, you may kind of be leaving your options open. And this is just a message coming through that you need to be mindful of. I also saw that I just heard like the bare minimum. Like with the flower here, they have a necklace on, like their hair's all pretty, flowers, rings, like their nails are good. They may have all this stuff appearance-wise going on, but they're actually a simple person. You may see them as high maintenance. They could come across as high maintenance, but they're a simple person. They're trying to say, look, I see nature and sunsets and like They may really study nature. They may want to like recreate nature. I do see like painting or photography. You may want to take pictures of them. You really like the lighting on or their skin. The way the light hits them sometimes is just like, wow. Wow. Like, woo. Wow. They could be a sight to see. But the point here is that they like the simple pleasures in life. They're not actually like high maintenance. This is just a coding, I feel like. How they decorate themselves is just an expression of themselves. That has nothing to do with how they actually value connections or their time. It seems like this person gets a lot of attention and you may feel left out. Or maybe at times you see them giving other people attention and you're like, why aren't you giving me that attention? Or why aren't you giving me that much attention? Or I get kind of jealous when you give other people attention. They're kind of just going about their life though. These people may admire them. Some, I just heard, they may worship them. They may worship this person. Like I just heard fanboy, okay, after this person. Yeah, they cherish these, but look at this. You see these two flowers here fawning over this person. And they only actually keep a couple in their hair that they take with them and they care about. Their circle's really small. The people who they actually hold a lot of value for, I want to say, they're probably still like not that expressive to the people they even keep in their close circle. Like they are. It'll be very obvious if you're in their close circle, but they still hold a lot back. I also see the message for somebody, or in general as this person's like behavior. You have to come correct. Don't come like flustered and like with some crazy wired energy or anything. They want to make sure that the people they keep communication with, it's going to help be a balance in their journey, in their life, in their energy, about their day. They don't want people to take too much from them energetically. They could either get drained really easily or feel misused or abused, or I just heard being abused. They could have been abused in the past as well. And so they're very guarded for some, I heard, but they're very selective now. And you have to be right, especially your energy. Get that energy right, get it right. and then let's talk about it, okay? You know, they're more willing then to ease into connections. I feel like they're really ungrounded right now, or they're really distracted. They have a lot of moving parts. Really busy. They're not going to really engage in anything that's going to take too much mentally from them. They either could get overstimulated or so depleted so quickly, and they just don't want that. If communication's kind of like sporadic, or it's more like on the lighter side, or quick messages, please don't take that personally. I just heard trying to make my world all right. I'm trying to make my world all right. For some, I also see it's like you bonded. This could have happened really quickly. Maybe you could have formed a connection real quick. But they had like bigger emotions, a little more serious emotions than you were ready for, or they feel that you were ready for. They feel like you aren't actually ready for me for some. For others, they know that you're actually more ready than them. I'm seeing the color red. Somebody's favorite color could be red. Somebody's car could be red, or their clothes, you might wear a lot of red. You might be like bigger statured person as well, I see, with this King of Cups here. Look at his legs just stretching out for days, like he can't even actually, like he might need a taller chair to sit in or something. This is a very patient person. They have patience where there needs to be patience, I want to say. They need emotional clarity. They like emotional clarity. I also got the message, just channeled a message real quick. I thought the time was right. And I might have been wrong. Maybe I acted a little too quickly. I had to start focusing on myself though. I just heard myself and my mental health. There was a new beginning. I'm experiencing this new beginning. There's still a connection with you. I just heard loyalty as well though. Again, either you or them may be concerned about loyalty in the connection as well. And if they are concerned about your loyalty, they're saying if you come back, if I would ever see you again, like this is what they're wondering though. If you would come back, can I trust you? Your actions need to match your words. Exceed for some. Your actions need to exceed your words. Like you have to make up for something. You have to be able to prove you're worthy. Be able to prove your worth. I see it's not that they don't think you're worthy. It's not that they don't think that you have this like substantial worth. They want you, okay? Like I just heard they want to protect you for some, but they need to know that their world is not going to be negatively impacted. I've built this stability. I just feel like this Garden of Eden. Like I've built this safe haven for myself. Sometimes I get lost in it. Sometimes I escape into my own world. Like you might not even see me. People might not see them for days or something. And I just heard too, that can make people not take them seriously then, because they just kind of like escape. But they're just like free spirit in that way. They don't like attachments, especially negative attachments. So if it's a negative attachment, I feel like they may seem flighty to you. I just heard they may have ghosted you if it was toxic. They had to hold their own self-respect and or worth above anything else around them. They do feel upset within this connection. Some things didn't go right. I kind of expected more out of the connection. I don't even like having expectations, and yet here I was, opening up to you. For some, they're saying only to be let down again. Whatever issue might have happened between you two that caused the separation, it could have been reoccurring in your connection, or this could be something that they have already experienced with another connection, or multiple times in their life. It's like every bowl here is the same, and they're hoping it's different. And for some, they're saying, I'm just hoping you change. I gave you endless chances you didn't deserve for some. And they didn't worry about looking stupid because it's what they felt. Their heart was calling to you. Their heart was calling to this connection. Like you may have had such an attachment. I feel like you are still, like they're still attached to you emotionally, or they reach out to you. I just heard in your dreams for some. They reach out to you energetically, especially when they're missing you. You may, I just heard like latch on to that. You may feel that or see that somehow, maybe through signs as well, again in your dreams, like I said. I feel like they're an intuitive person. I just heard like a witch for some. They could like work with energies and reach out to you that way. They hold a lot of emotion back though too, especially from you in this connection. They feel like they can't give too much. It's too, I just heard it's too heavy. I can't give so much anymore. For some, that's because they're worried they're going to overshare or overgive. For some, this could go both ways. You could have been scared that you overshared with them, or that you gave a little more to them, or they're wondering, did I give too much? Did I do too much? Why didn't they accept me like that? For some, I see a fresh start, including their family. This is something they would think about. I feel like you can't trust it. Oh, it's the Emperor in reverse. Can you see his face? Regarding their family, if this resonates with you, I feel like you knew their family already. Maybe you like effed up something around their family, maybe around their kids or something. You may have caused a scene at a family event. It's like, you gotta come correct. Like, I can't believe you disrespected me in front of my family. They held a lot of like respect for you. I feel like you work in your shadows though. You are this regal energy, especially with this blue. Look how brilliant and strong this blue is. You might have like a lot of integrity. You may be like, I just heard apprehensive. They saw you in like this regal sense, but I feel like you kind of took advantage of that. I see that you took advantage of that, of how they held you up. You took advantage of, I just heard the way they treated you and you mistreated them. The Six of Cups came out in reverse as well. So that's issues with intimacy for some, and also like trouble. No, oh, I just heard the story. I see there may have been kids involved. There's a worry about whether this is on their part or yours, could be both, about how the actions and the things that happened around the family or around these kids, how it have impacted them. Like, you may be wondering, do they see me as a monster now? Do they see me as a monster? You may really be worried about these kids, like how you acted in front of them. You're kind of wanting to take responsibility. There's just responsibility, that's accountability that's needing to be had here. I feel like an apology owed for some. Some, you may be like, I don't owe to anybody. But this isn't an ego way. Do not let your ego dictate what you do. And I just heard in relationships, do not let your ego dictate what you do. It's not your ego that needs, I just heard boosted. Okay, it's your confidence, I just heard. It's your confidence that needs boosted. Subtract the ego, shut that down, and do things from self-love as well. So if all this message resonates with you, please move with real self-love and integrity again, especially with the blue, and your truth. Your truth. Move to your truth and have accountability as well. I just see like a mama lion. They are so protective. If they have kids, they are so protective. And now they are even more than, but they are wanting to protect that space. If you were to come back, they would probably wouldn't have you around them for a while then. If you resonate with this, these kids, like there are times when they may miss you or they reminisce about you. Like they think back to that time when you were around. I feel like they were much younger then. Okay, I'm not gonna dwell on that. I'm sorry if that was a little extended, but I don't like leaving any messages out. You don't know who needs to hear what in these readings. I just heard every message counts. Like every day counts. Every dollar counts. Okay, so now I'm going to actually get some advice for you moving forward. I feel like this was right. This was right. Because I didn't get some of these same messages last time. So maybe the energy had to switch up for somebody before these messages could actually reach them. Now I'm going to get messages for you moving forward. Gloomy, rainy. You know what? I just feel like you need a hug, first of all. Some of you may need a hug. Some of you may need downtime. You may be a little more... Did you see those cards fly up? You may be a little more blue than you lead on at times. And if you are, I got the message too, if you are actually not being fully open and honest about yourself to this person, if you are still in contact with them and you aren't actually opening up about your deeper emotions, your more upsetting emotions, partly because you don't want to upset them, partly because you don't want to talk about it, you might not want to like waste energy on it or something, open up to this person. I just want to say, like, that's what they're here for. They're your friend. I feel like if this is genuine connection, or that they just really care about you and they actually want to know. They actually want to know a little more of your deeper emotions or worries. If this resonates with you, I felt them say, like, I let you see all my crap. Like, you can show me some of yours. Like, that might actually alleviate me. That might alleviate that person as well. Or they may actually get information from you then if you open up. That could help them with something in their life as well. So, you know, give and take. If you're somebody who resonates with not actually giving as much as the other person, or not speaking on as much as the other person, make sure that you actually do keep that balance for a healthy connection and relationship with them. And yourself, because you deserve it. Duelist. I'm gonna actually get another card with that. I felt real defensive. Somebody's really defensive. Really defensive. I feel like it may be to their detriment. Some are really guarded, some are defensive. I just heard there's like damages. There's damages. Whether that be in this connection or in your life or in their life. That's being cleaned up right now. What is the advice for group 3 that would best help? I said help and suit their needs. Mania. Yeah. I feel like triggered or something. There's this mental health message coming through in this mania card here. Somebody's mental health could make their intentions be unclear in this connection, or the way you see yourself, or the way your traumas. For some of you, your traumas make you so defensive. So defensive, and you may act immaturely, or I just heard out of character for some, or out of spite. Spirit wants you to be mindful and aware of this, because once we really see, and I don't like using the word issues, because they're not issues. Trauma is not an issue. It's a situation and something that needs mindful attention, that needs cared for properly. Whether that's you being properly medicated or them being properly medicated. You need to take time to have more information before you react. And I don't even want to say react. Like, don't react. You need to be in the space of responding, not reacting. Listen to the information that's given to you. I feel like that would clear up a lot, because you may be projecting. Some of you may be projecting onto this person, and whatever you are projecting is not the full story I heard, and it's not the true story. So there needs to be this space to gain more clarity. For others, oh, I see there's a sense of like depression, or maybe if you don't get to talk to them for a while, like you get down on yourself. Or that's to say you are actually in a space that is, again, that you're feeling more down probably than usual, and you're not letting anybody in. You're not letting anybody know about it. You have a shield up, you have your guard up. And so you're kind of just dealing with these energies, emotions, these things, maybe your daily life. It might even be a little lustless, and I meant to say listless, and I said lustless. Maybe without them it's a little lustless. But you might be like, I just heard regretting it. So if that message resonates with you, you might be regretting like a decision here or something. Or you might be regretting your protection mechanisms, your guards, the way you protect and shield yourself. And I see too, it's like you're really trying to just take care of, I just heard this empty space. You're really trying to take care of like this part of you, this inner child, the person who was young and was traumatized before or something, that for some abandoned, for others neglected. And that's a sore spot for you. And maybe in this connection, those things were triggered. Your advice again is you have to let your guard down to be able to move forward. Whether that just be for you in general, even if you don't want this connection or anything, advice from Spirit is to understand more of how you feel as well. Maybe you need to understand more of how you truly feel before going forward, so you can actually be honest and not just, like I said, react out of emotion or have like heightened emotion for no reason. Like, you don't need that. You do not need that. They'll put their guard up. They may block you. If you do that, if you come at them a little hot and heavy and a little like wired, they're like, nope, safety first. They have to be mindful of that, especially if they have kids, you know, they just have to be mindful of that themselves. Let me get one more. I just hear like piece of cake. Somebody may want like a one night stand with this person. Just let me get one more piece of cake. For some, you're offering forgiveness, or you want to offer forgiveness, or you're taking a space to forgive yourself. Or that's to say, if you want forgiveness, definitely take space first to forgive yourself. But I do feel like if you are coming to this person, you fear this. So if like you may be scared to ask for some type of forgiveness, or maybe you avoid asking for forgiveness and you continue, you may want to brush over it. Okay. But if you are somebody who is asking for forgiveness, or wants to, has been pondering that, or needs that within this connection to get it in a better standing, I want to say it may be scary, but this is that judgment moment that's really going to do so much for the connection. And they're going to know and see. I feel like they're very intuitive, or they're going to pick up on either the way you come across, like your energy or your emotion. You may shake or something. You may get anxiety. They're going to pick up on that, okay? They're going to be compassionate towards that. I feel like they may come and they may try to even ground themselves. If you reach out to them, it may take a little bit for them to get back to you. They may want to make sure that they are calm and grounded before they also respond to you then, because they do want peace in this connection. And I just heard at all costs. If you found in this reading that your person wants to reunite with you again, they are hoping for this. They are hoping for you to come back in some type of way where you would be the more submissive one. That isn't to say like they're holding themselves up here in a toxic or overpowering way, but it's just because in their energy, they are firm in who they are secure in who they are, in their value, in their worth. And they want you to respect that and honor that, and they want that to be seen and felt of you. So that is all I see in the cards for you today. Oh, some of those messages were really heavy hitting, kind of intense, but this is all with your best interest in mind and always with love. I really hope that you are paying attention to yourself in any way that you need to. I want to say that as well. And that you are giving back some to yourself, whether that be some mental space, mental time, like Take a breath if you need a breath. Kick those shoes off. If you wear heels a lot, I got the message too. Somebody may wear heels a lot. Take your heels off. Get a foot massage. Like, relax. I heard for some, decode. Do some decoding or something. But that is all I see in the cards for you today. I really hope that was helpful and insightful for you. And I will see you in the next reading.